Andy, have you heard the good news?
I have. Now I'm questioning it.
The good news is that we've hit London Calling by The Clash on Patreon. Plus, this feels like an ad. It is kind of an ad, but it's also not an ad. This is an ad by Andy and Alex. Go onto our Patreon if you like full album reactions and songs that you can't see on here because they get blocked. Because YouTube has some rules. We follow those rules on occasion. But if you want to see the stuff that YouTube won't let us show, 2 full album reactions are going to be on Patreon this month, plus all the hundreds of singles that are back cataloged. Go binge that shit. Go knock it all out in a month. Do whatever you want to do, but there's a ton of content on there. So if you want to start your new year off right, less than a cup of coffee, we'll see you there.
Hey guys, hope you're having a great day as well as a great life.
As well as a great life. We're both in merch. Regulated merch. We weren't in it last week, but we got it this week.
Is it merch if they can't buy it? I know I say it every time.
I mean, you got to get a better joke.
There's only 11.
I love your jokes. I love your jokes.
One is mine.
But your jokes off camera are way funnier than this one.
I'm just saying we can't call it merch because...
Still call it merch?
I think it technically could be.
Okay, let's say you're 1978 and you get a Pink Floyd t-shirt. That's merch at that time. You can no longer get that shirt today. It's still merch.
What if you could never buy it? Like it was only given to people. If it was never...
Still merch.
Merchandise is... This is getting to be a lot for a merch Friday.
Yeah, either way.
Vote in the polls.
Vote in the polls. Make sure you're in your merch. Make sure you subscribed.
Got some Peter Gabriel, who is from Genesis.
I know.
And there was a certain song we thought Phil Collins was singing, but apparently it was actually Peter Gabriel singing, not Phil Collins, and saying sorry for that on behalf of the Freedom Shack. It's Peter Gabriel.
Well, now we know.
Solsbury Hill, solo career.
Really excited. Solsbury Hill seems like a cool sounding song. I just want to hear more Peter Gabriel, honestly. I think that'd be freaking dope.
Yeah, I'm hyped. I'm wondering what direction he went after leaving Genesis. No idea. If he went more like... Because I know he has some stuff in the 80s. So
yeah.
He could have like some more pop stuff. Could be more on the prog side. Like I just have no idea.
I imagine probably a little softer, knowing that he went into the 80s. Too. So that's what I think. But we'll hear it. Really excited. I hope you're having a great day as well as a great life. Let's do it.
Let's get it.
Okay. Okay. Sort of Paul Simon-y.
Huh. Yeah. Like America.
Love the shaker and the kick. 4 on the floor.
Climbing up on Solsbury Hill, I could see the city light. Wind was blowing, time stood still. Eagle flew out of the night. He was something to observe. Came in close, I heard a voice, standing, stretching every nerve. I had to listen, had no choice. I did not believe the information, just had to trust imagination. My heart going boom, boom, boom. Son, he said, grab your things, I've come to take you home.
That's such a weird bass.
Interesting how there's no snare.
Yeah.
To keep in silence, I resigned. My friends would think I was a nut, turning water into wine. Open doors would soon be shut. So I went from day to day. My life was in a rut, till I thought of what I'd say, which connection I should cut. I was feeling
Dang. What an enjoyment.
I didn't expect it to grow on me so hard in the last half.
It was...
Because I liked it up front. Like, there were like a lot of like rhythmic elements. Like, even like the triangle.
As soon as the triangle thing came in, I knew I was in love. 100%. But I wasn't sold up until that moment exactly.
Yeah. Crazy. Like, at first I was just like, okay, like, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. At like a lot of things, like, not really my style, like, much. But definitely once you got to the point where, like, I forgot I was listening to a song, like...
I got that
sounds like
moment
an insult,
too.
but it's not an insult. Like,
yeah.
It was just like, dang.
That's a lost in the sauce moment for sure. I love how many risks he took on this. Like, how many creative decisions that he, like, made himself think out of the box, made himself or, like, the producers around him do. The fact that he could have just put a bass in there, and instead he had this weird, like, I assume it's some sort of drum, like, whoa, 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 like a weird, like, wobbly drum thing. And I've never heard that in a song, nor would I think it would sound good. And in some regard, it kind of didn't. Like, it kind of did sound off kilter, but it was perfect for this. Like, everything else was grounding the song so much, and it allowed for that to be a choice to where you don't have normal bass, you have this wobbly thing. And then he's like, it took me forever to realize what he was panning. I still don't know if it was the vocals. It was for sure the cymbals, right? And it's like going shh, shh, shh. But I think he's also panning like 2 sets of vocals as well. And it just gives it this whole, like, almost like you can't catch your balance. It feels like you're in one of those tunnels at, like, the carnival where you have that, like, walkway and it's got the cylinder that spins around and you're like, oh, I'm gonna fall, but you're always walking straight. That's what this song feels like, and I think that's so unique and so creative.
Yeah, they built such a foundation to where you could allocate some level of nonsense, which was kind of like that boom boom thing.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like the triangle grounded me so much, which I never
also can
thought
agree.
I would say, like, in regard to a song.
I also didn't realize it didn't have a snare until you said so.
Yeah, because, like, it was, like, building up, and usually songs, like, will always do that, like, where they hold back the snare, you know what I mean? They like, go on some delayed gratification business.
Yeah.
And then they do some kind of build-up, and then they go, da-da, da-da, like, back into it. And there was just, like, more toms, and I was like, yo, that is interesting. And then I thought the snare might have came, like, the next time around or something. Like, he was trying to, like, do a little one-off on us, but no. I was, definitely found that extremely interesting.
And every time the drums came in, like, when you talk about the toms, every time the toms did their little fill, like, it never got old, and it always felt so impactful. Like, it wasn't overused, and every moment it hit, it was like the song, like, enveloped into almost like the next level. It was just great. I think 3, 2, 1, A+. I think this is an A+.
I think A+ is super fair. It's just, like, so much not what I would put on purpose. Like, and the thing is, like, if it came on ever, like, on accident or something, and I get past, like, honestly, even I would probably enjoy the first half now that I know where it's going and stuff. But I just, like, and I thought this in the first half, I was like, I just can't see myself putting this on ever, like, on purpose. But now that I've heard the last half, that might be different. Like, maybe I can revisit that on the recap. But I definitely could see it being an A+. I just can't, like, sit here and say that it is in terms of my taste. But, like, I know it probably is objectively.
For me, I think knowing where it goes, any car ride in mountains, this is going to get played. Like, I think this is such a fun, like, if you're in the middle of a 7 to 8 hour drive, and you're, like, at the point where you're, like, 4 to 5 hours in, you're like, oh my gosh, I still have 3 or 4 hours left to go. It's like, this will probably make that 3 to 4 hours, like, the next leg of your journey feel 14 to 20% more enjoyable.
I'd be trying to play this song if I was on a road trip like that, and I was, like, taking shifts driving with somebody, and like, I just drove for, like, a bunch of hours, like 4 or 6 hours, and I had to switch, and I'm, like, leaning up against the thing, and I'm playing this song, and I kind of take a super amazing nap while driving through mountains. Yeah, explicitly.
I think this is great. I found this so enjoyable, and again, the first half fooled me. I thought I was going to like it, but I did feel the same as you. I didn't think it would be my cup of tea. By the end of it, it was totally my cup of tea. Give me that tea every time. Every time. At a little tea shop with my grandma.
We don't even need it.
As Samuel L. Jackson would say, this is some gourmet shit. Some gourmet shit.
Let's fucking do it.
We'll see you next video.
Peace.